Hey everybody, Jen from Abby's Attic here. I'm really excited that you're joining us today for this video. We're going to be doing a pattern today to prepare to make pajama pants. And we're going to be using Butterick 6531, and we're going to be talking about how to prepare for the class and showing you how to start so that we save you some time in class so that you do more sewing than cutting. As usual, if you have any questions at all about the class or about any of our classes, just give us a call, find us on Facebook, Instagram. You can just pop in. We usually have coffee brewing, and let's get started. So to get started, you're going to need your entire commercial pattern in the envelope. You're going to need a pair of craft scissors. Please don't use your fabric shears for this work. And then also you're going to need some sort of marker. Washable marker's fine, a pencil is fine, something that's going to help you see the pattern that you're going to be working with today. Now, to know which size you're working with, we're going to look here at the size table here, right? And because we're working with pants, we are not concerned at all with the bust measurement. We are minorly concerned about the waist measurement, but not really until the end of your project. We are concerned with the hip measurement, and the hip measurement can be found by measuring with a tape measure all the way around your hips, and that would be the widest part of your hips. Let me preface this by saying, whenever you find your size, these sizes are not going to correspond with the size that you wear in a garment that you purchase from a store. Those are called vanity sizes. They vary from store to store, you guys know that. And so what we're gonna do is find the size that is right for you based on your body measurements. And that size will always be the same regardless of the pattern that you use, okay? So for me, I know my hips are 37, so I'm gonna be measuring small. Okay, so because my hip measures 37 inches, I'm gonna be measuring a small. Let's take everything out. First thing you're gonna notice is that you've got this tissue paper stuff. These are your patterns. This newsprint are your instructions, and you should have 2 pages of them for the Butterick 6351 set. So on the very first page, you're gonna see that you've got this pattern layout. Those are the patterns that actually come in the pattern envelope, okay? Today we're only going to be concerned with pattern pieces 9 and 10, and 11 if you want pockets, and who doesn't want pockets, right? So we're gonna be looking for pieces 9, 10, and 11 in this madness they call the patterns. Oh look, there's piece number 10 right there. Yay, so that's half of my work done. Now, when you open this, you're gonna find a whole bunch of pieces that are a whole bunch of different sizes, because this particular pattern comes in adult, small, medium, large, and extra large, but you also get kid sizes, sizes 3 to 8. So this is toddler size up to, size 8 for kids. So you have to find the size that you are gonna be working with on your project. Piece number 9 is huge because it is one pant leg panel. It starts way up here, okay? Here's the crotch seam, this little curvy area here. This is the only curve you're gonna find in pants. And then all the way down at the bottom, here's the bottom, okay? My size was a size small, okay? Size small. That means that the size that I'm gonna be focusing on is this dotted line, okay? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and trace that, because when we get this pattern prepared, you're gonna need to know exactly what size line you're working with. So I'm just gonna trace this guy all the way down. Doesn't have to be pretty. When I get down to the hem, or the bottom of my pants, all sizes end at that straight, solid line. So I'm still gonna use that solid line for my hem. Now, as I get here, you'll notice that the sizes kind of diverge, and they're a little bit hard to distinguish in the beginning here. Okay, so all you have to do is get close. All right, so I'm just gonna get very close to where my size small is. And then I can see it clearly up here, so I'm just gonna keep tracing it as I can. Following it all the way up. Also, I've just passed this little triangle thing. This is called a notch. It is very important in sewing, so let's go ahead and mark that as well. my size goes up above the large, swings in here, and then converges with other sizes going up. So I'm just gonna carry on with that trend. I've got another notch I need to worry about. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that. Carry on all the way up and all the way across. Sizes are diverging again. It's minimal, so don't worry about if it's perfect or not. Back down this side. Oh, here's another notch. I'm gonna mark that. And then here's a double notch. We'll talk about what this means in class, but do go ahead and mark that as it's shown. And I'm done. What we're gonna do now is the easiest part of this project. Now that you've got your size marked, you're gonna cut it out, but you're not gonna cut just your size. You've paid for all of these sizes, so we want you to keep all of those sizes. You might need to make a medium or an extra large in the course of your sewing. So we wanna make sure that you have all of the sizes that you need. But here's the deal. I'm gonna go ahead and just slice in the middle of my fabric here, my pattern. And I'm gonna cut around the entire shape of this pattern piece, regardless of sizing, okay? So you can see that I've cut near my small, but near my extra large on this side, all right? Because we don't wanna cut into any printed lines. We're just gonna cut out the silhouette of this pattern piece. And I'm kind of being sloppy about it because when we get to the actual cutting of the fabric, that's when the precision comes into play. You don't need to be super accurate right now. So just cut all the way around your sizing. All right, so all of this is going to be set aside. Now, there's one more thing we need to do to get you prepared for class. Again, you've paid for all of these sizes. We want to keep all these sizes, right? And instead of cutting them off, when we get to the point where we're going to put this on your fabric, we're actually going to fold into your size line. Okay, so that makes it really, really easy to pin this guy accurately to your fabric and cut it out accurately. However, when you get to the crotch seam, you're going to notice a curved line. And while it's no problem for this particular size, if you were working with any of the other sizes, medium, large, or extra large, here's what you're gonna have to do. And you might as well do this right now anyway, even if you're working with a small. Let's say that I'm working with an extra large today, okay? I can't fold this back, without it tearing. So what I have to do is cut into the farthest away size line that I can get, okay? So this gives me an opportunity to take these wedges and fold them back to the size that I'll be working with. And that will give you a very accurate curve to follow as you cut your fabric, all right? So what you're gonna do with each of your leg pieces, so piece number 9, and then also piece number 10, I do have to cut a little bit further because that is still a curved edge there, so I wanna get accurate. Okay, so pieces 9 and 10 are gonna get this treatment if you're working with a size other than a size small, okay? So that's what that looks like if you've got an extra large. If you're working with a medium, for example, medium is, this is small, this is medium, so I'll be folding back to that dotted line instead. It does get a little bit hairy when your fingers are a little bit cold. It's cold today. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like if you were working with a size medium. This one too, that's a size medium here. There we go. So now we have this nice curved edge. Okay, both pieces 9 and 10 are going to get that treatment. And then this will be ready for you to begin our class. So what you're gonna do is just, you can keep these folded back if you want to, but they're not really gonna stay. Go ahead and fold everything back together as gently as you can. Then of course, make sure everything gets put back into the envelope. You don't wanna lose any of these pieces. So I wanna welcome you to class. We're really excited that you're gonna be joining us. If you've already taken Sewing 101, or if you already have a little bit of basic sewing machine experience, then you're ready for this class. If you are intimidated at all by the idea of reading patterns, of figuring out body sizing, or how to manage the fabric under your machine, we've got you covered. You're gonna learn all of that in class. So part 1 of class is gonna talk about body measurements. We're gonna do some basic sewing skills, how to sew a straight seam allowance, how to measure your waist for a comfortable fit for your pants. We're gonna make casings, you're gonna make hems, you're gonna possibly have pockets in your pants, and who doesn't love pockets in their pants? Pressing, cutting, and pinning techniques that are gonna help you with all of your sewing projects throughout your life. For this first class in the series, you're gonna be using a commercial pattern. So you are gonna need to come into the studio and pick it up. We might have to take a quick body measurement to see where you fall on the size chart so that we can get you the size that is perfect for you. The second part of this class is to make a basic top, and the top is shaped like a t-shirt, but you're not gonna be working with stretchy fabric. You're gonna be working with woven fabrics, which we'll talk about the distinction in class as well. And finally, the third class in this series is a circle skirt, which is awesome because you can use this pattern over and over again for holidays, for summer. Use a nice fabric to make it like a semi-formal skirt. But the skirt has a zipper, a waistband, and pockets. Who doesn't love pockets? So we're really excited that you're gonna start your journey of garment construction with us. And if you have any questions, you can find us here at the studio. You can call us 210-375-5241, or you can find us on Facebook or Instagram. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.